Hi, my beautiful friends. It's Friday, August 26, 2022. Hope you guys are doing very well. Okay, you guys, we had a bunch of news today, and I'm sorry I have to do a lot of catch up with you. Had a lot going on with this house. It's been an incredible journey, but I want to tell you guys that I've decided to go ahead. My dad's not with me at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and start doing Airbnb. And it's taken a lot of work, and so I haven't been able to join you guys. I'm really sorry. Please don't hate me on this. I'm still doing my trading. Obviously, that's kind of the way I make my money in the bigger sense. So I have to day trade. That's really the only way for me to get in to make real money, honestly. But I do a lot of different jobs, but mainly oil trading is the way for me. And I would hope that you guys would join me with it because it's really kind of a fun experience altogether. It's not that hard if you guys get the hang of it. Watching the DXY, the 10-year yield, and mainly the oil prices too. That kind of gives you a heads up if something's going on. Okay, first of all, let me just tell you, if we're watching the oil prices, we're going to watch what's happening with Iran, any nuclear deal. I know you guys, I talked to you guys about this last week, that we were going to have, oh gosh, some major prices reductions. And I kind of have been watching this cycle where we have 1 week where the price is going up and the next week where it's in default, right? And so, you know, this last week, I think we started to see the increase in prices again. We were near $100 a barrel midweek. And so next week, and I can't, you know, claim positively unless something happens, I expect to see a reduction in prices. So I'm going to start shorting the market again. So I wanted you guys to be aware of that. And just kind of week in and week out, all the way up through elections, I expect that to happen. I know we are kind of keeping rates suppressed at this point when it comes to oil. So I have a feeling that has something to do with what's going to happen with the election process, okay? And we're watching a lot of the, you know, the energy trade, what's happened with semiconductors, like Enphase. Enphase I've been in for a long time, but that started to take a hit this last week pretty dramatically. So I didn't short it because there's some news that can come in on that pretty quickly. I hate to say it, but I have lost money once on Enphase. So I've learned, do not short Enphase. That's an ugly one. Do not get into that because it will move to the upside very quickly with just a little bit of news. So just so you guys know, I hope that you guys are in that as well. Maybe it's up to you guys. You know, I'm not allowed to give you financial advice, but I do like to watch it. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of trading bits of news, maybe some rules here, and you guys can choose whether you want to follow them or not. But they are my golden rules, my severe 10 golden rules for trading. Okay. And maybe you guys have heard of these in different places before, but I'm going to give them to you because they were ones I picked up on specifically when I first started to learn to trade. And so we'll see what you guys think of them, okay? First number one rule of trading is to always start by paper trading. Paper trading, you guys, most platforms have it, and they will just basically teach you how to trade. Most of them will give you a $25,000 rule. Now, here's the thing. You cannot day trade without $25,000 in your account. And so they give you $25,000 because they want you to learn to move in and out of a trade. But when you really start out trading, it's really important to start off small. Like say you have $100 in your account. They want you to learn, if you get into trades that are like under $1, or you can't really get into trades under $1, but things that don't cost very much, those they don't run very well. They usually move to the downside and they kind of stay there. So you very quickly learn, well, I need like a $50 trade or a $100 trade. And if I got into a $100 trade and it moved well, like say 10%, 5%, and if I did that, you know, repeatedly, then I'm going to make more money on that, right? So they want you to learn that strategy for yourself. And the one way to do that in a good, you know, manner is number one, starting off small financially, and the other one is by paper trading. So first of all, number one, paper trade. Can't say this enough. If you risk your own money and you get in and you put your whole life savings in 20, 30 grand and you lose it all, it's just sad. There's no reason for that. You don't need to do that. You don't need to risk and gamble your money. You need to learn how to trade respectively first and do it very slowly so that you can make your mistakes doing it with fake money, right? Okay, so next one. I'm going to be pretty quick here. Don't invest in something you don't understand and you don't believe in. Okay, so like I said before, that dollar rule, the things that have been delisted. I remember, first of all, like a long time ago, got into a trade for Rolls-Royce, and I didn't understand the schematics of it. I didn't understand what was going on with the company, and it moved to the downside very quickly. Then the odd thing was it got an account, and it started to move to the upside. So I think that was something with when we were talking about, guess what? We could talk about the coronavirus now. We were talking about the virus and respirators and all of that. Yeah, I think Rolls-Royce got one of those accounts, and it did help the stock move for a minute. So that was one of the new ones that just don't get into that kind of stuff unless you understand it. And I'm talking like, okay, you do Target, you go shop at Target, you guys, Walmart, and don't pretend like you don't, because I know you do. It's okay, I do too. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, Macy's, things like that. Okay, I think those do all very well because they're standard things that people know and understand. I heard that Chipotle did very well as well recently. Costco, these kinds of things that you will drive down the street and you'll know and you'll see all the time. Those are really great things to trade in because everybody else knows and understands them. They usually have a high market cap, and their ratios are very good as well. So we like to get into something that we understand and we believe in. For me, I understand and believe in the prices of oil and gas. I believe that they're going to move up eventually to the upside. So, okay, moving on. Don't trade when you have credit card debt. You'll never beat out your interest rate. Okay, so if you are in credit card debt, please take care of that first. Okay, especially when you're first learning how to trade, do not get into credit card debt to trade. Don't do that. Handle your credit card debt first, okay? Learn something new every day. Okay, so this is important. I write down my trading rules every day. If there's something that I've made a mistake on, I will definitely write down what is that? Okay, what is my mistake? So that's an important one. Oh, don't get greedy, pigs get slaughtered. Actually, here's a new one. Mark Cuban had put this out, not a new one, it's an old one. It says hogs get fed, pigs get slaughtered. So that's an interesting one. We always like to hear what Mark Cuban has to say about trading. We know that's kind of a funny one. Okay, again, never buy the dip unless it's more than 5%. This is my own personal rule. You guys can choose how you want to play it, but that's how I play it. Never chase lost money. Like I said in that end phase trade, when I lost big. I did, I think I sold a call and it went against me and I lost heavy in that. And so I decided to let it run, and I many times wanted to get out of it, and I should have gotten out of it. Maybe, I don't know, looking back, but I'm not chasing the trade. I'm not going to buy calls or puts on end phase ever again. I'm buying shares. That's how I'm doing it. That way I can pull out a certain amount of shares if I want, or, call them back in and play it that way. But I'm not buying calls or puts on end phase because I'm not going to chase the trade. There you go. So let's see. Only trade in percentages like you would in Forex. So if you have, let's say, $1,000 and you're going to trade 1%, right? Then, you're going to trade $10. Or, you get the idea. And that's so that you don't lose all of your money, right? Oh, never trade intoxicated. Like if you've had a drink for the night, never go in and start trading in the middle of the night. Oh, no. That is a bad idea. Okay. Number one rule. No. Okay. Never buy investments on green days, only red. So if the stock is moving to the downside, that is the time to buy. Okay. This is a really good, important one. Buy low, sell high. Okay. Every stock gets a red day, by the way. Nothing ever goes straight up or down. And when it does, it's a trap. Okay. Play the market you have. That's really important to do too. Because right now we are, we're moving in a dramatic way. I mean, you guys are going to want to, maybe, get in and do puts or something if we're going to move to the downside, but be prepared for it. Because last one is cash is a position. If you can hold your cash and this is what you've decided to do and what your plan is, then you're still in a position, okay? Be aware of that. Okay, when buying options, write down your expiry date and why you bought your options in order to remember and not exit. Because there are many times that you will get in and just go, why in the world did I do this? Okay. When trading options, do the opposite of what you did in the first place to get out of a bad option. You might have to remember to do this because you could panic on it. That's why I had to write it down. Options are meant to die, good or bad. Let them run if you do believe in them. Okay. So I wanted to do a United Nations heads for taxing grotesquely greedy oil. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres called governments globally to tax these excessive profits and redistribute them, saying oil companies have been making immoral profits on the backsides of the poorest people. Okay, so I think that we all know that government's in that pretty big, and I'm sure that they're doing a lot on the oil side, the oil trade. I told you that certain areas were not allowing you to invest in oil at all. Chicago was one of them, that the mayor actually came out and put a rule out that, like, the teachers union, the police union, they weren't allowed to invest in oil. And I don't think that's right, that you should be able to, put a category under union and say that, we're going to move in a certain way towards investments. I don't know if that should be, against the rules or not. I kind of think it should be. I don't know. That sounds like bogus to me. It's not right. But okay, you guys, I'm ending my day here. I did want to tell you, gosh, silver was down today. I'm watching my silver trade. If it's down 5%, I'm going to get in and buy some more. So I hope you guys are doing really well. I know it's really warm here in California. Let's see, it's about 8 o'clock in the evening and we're still at 100 degrees. So fun stuff. I can't wait to show you guys what I've been doing on this house. It's amazing. Please apologize to you guys. I really feel bad that I haven't been in and giving you a lot of time lately, but this was so important to do, and I will be back with you guys. I'm really close to being just completely done, and I know that went by really quick. It was fast. I've got a couple little things to do, not a really big deal, but nothing that's gonna stop me from being here with you guys. So much love to you all. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And you guys know who I am, Miss Kimberly, and I do watch a lot of the oil trades, silver trading as well. Oh, Bitcoin, just really quickly, and I'm gonna keep this short. Bitcoin did really well over this last week, but we're watching XRP, and I heard that there were some big whale trades recently. I used to be in XRP pretty big and had some friends that did really well with that and ended up selling out, past the sub cent. So they did really well. Okay, much love to you guys. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.